Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your storyteller, ready to take you on amazing journeys through different tales. How are you guys? Today's audiobook is The World, a brief introduction by Richard Haass. Let's get started. In The World, a brief introduction. I embark on a journey to unravel the complexities of our global landscape, aiming to provide clarity in an increasingly interconnected world. My intention is to equip readers with a framework for understanding the key dynamics shaping international relations today. As I explore the pressing issues we face, I emphasize the importance of context, history, and the interplay between nations. I begin by outlining the fundamental principles that govern the international system. I introduce the concept of order, how it has been established, maintained, and challenged over time. The post-World War II era, characterized by the creation of institutions like the United Nations and the Bretton Woods system, is pivotal in my narrative. I reflect on how these frameworks were designed to foster cooperation and prevent conflict, yet I also acknowledge their limitations in addressing contemporary challenges. A significant theme in my book is the notion of power. I delve into the changing nature of power in the 21st century, moving beyond traditional military dominance to consider economic, technological, and soft power. I argue that power is no longer solely defined by the ability to wage war. Rather, it encompasses influence and the capacity to shape global norms and values. This shift necessitates a re-evaluation of foreign policy strategies, as nations must navigate a landscape where multiple actors, state and non-state, play crucial roles. As I examine the various forces at play in the international arena, I address the rise of populism and nationalism. I explore how these movements challenge the established order and pose threats to multilateral cooperation. I reflect on my observations of how leaders capitalize on fears and frustrations, often resorting to isolationist policies that can undermine global stability. This introspection leads me to consider the consequences of such trends, both for individual nations and for the international community as a whole. Throughout my narrative, I emphasize the interconnectedness of global issues. I discuss climate change, pandemics, and technological advancements, illustrating how these challenges transcend borders and require collective action. I argue that no nation can address these issues in isolation. They demand collaboration, dialogue, and shared responsibility. I highlight the importance of international institutions and agreements in fostering cooperation and facilitating solutions to these pressing problems. In my exploration of the world order, I take a critical look at the role of major powers, particularly the United States, China, and Russia. I analyze their relationships and how their actions shape global dynamics. I reflect on my experiences and conversations with leaders and policymakers, drawing insights into their motivations and strategies. I argue that understanding these relationships is essential for grasping the broader narrative of international affairs. As I delve deeper into the nuances of diplomacy, I emphasize the importance of negotiation and compromise. I recount historical examples that demonstrate how dialogue can lead to breakthroughs, even in seemingly intractable conflicts. I advocate for a pragmatic approach to foreign policy, one that recognizes the value of diplomacy as a tool for conflict resolution and cooperation. In the latter sections of my book, I address the future of the international system. I contemplate the potential scenarios that could unfold, from increased cooperation to heightened conflict. I reflect on my belief that the future will be shaped by the choices we make today, urging readers to engage actively in the discourse surrounding global issues. I stress the importance of informed citizenship and the need for individuals to understand the complexities of the world to advocate for effective policies. I also explore the role of technology in shaping the future of global interactions. I reflect on how advancements in communication, transportation, and information sharing have transformed our ability to connect and collaborate. However, I also caution against the potential pitfalls of technology, including misinformation and cyber threats, which can exacerbate tensions and undermine trust. As I conclude my exploration, I reaffirm my belief in the possibility of creating a more cooperative and peaceful world. I emphasize that while the challenges we face are daunting, they are not insurmountable. Through collective action, informed leadership, and a commitment to diplomacy, I am convinced that we can navigate the complexities of our global landscape. In summary, The World. A brief introduction serves as both a guide and a call to action. I aim to equip readers with the tools to understand the intricacies of international relations and the forces that shape our world. By providing context and insight, I hope to inspire a sense of agency and responsibility in addressing global challenges. As I reflect on the journey through my narrative, I remain steadfast in my conviction that understanding the world is a critical step toward making it a better place. Ultimately, the message of my book is clear. The world is interconnected, and our fates are intertwined. By fostering dialogue, embracing diplomacy, and recognizing our shared challenges, we can work together to build a future that reflects our collective values and aspirations. It is my hope that readers will emerge from this exploration with a deeper understanding of the world and a renewed commitment to engaging with its complexities.